Hello and welcome to episode 75 of Into the Podcast. I'm your host, Sam, and I'm joined each and every week by the beautiful Ryan Chittenden. Say hello, beautiful Ryan Chittenden.
Hello, beautiful Sam.
Oh, thanks, babe.
You're welcome.
How are you, mate? Looking good today.
Thank you. New shirt.
I like that that texture on a shirt. I've got a couple of them types myself. They feel really nice.
Yeah. How would you describe the texture to the listeners?
A little bobbly.
A little bobbly.
Yeah, and it's a really weird colour as well, because in some lights it'd be blue, in others it'd be lilac.
Yeah, I think it was lilac. I think it's actually lost a bit of its lilac in the wash.
Has it?
So that's why it's a little bit grey, a little bit white, a little bit lilac.
Oh.
But you know what?
But it's a nice shirt, mate.
Thanks.
You look fantastic.
Thank you.
I will say. I'm just wearing comfies.
You look comfy.
It was a day working from home today.
Right.
And I woke up at 10 to 7, ready to start at 7. Best thing about it.
Yeah.
And I put this on and I thought, I've not got to go anywhere. Then I remembered. Oh, no, sorry. I was wearing pyjama bottoms.
Even
the
better.
purple ones. Then I remembered I had no fucking milk in.
Ah.
And I can't go a day without coffee.
No, of
So I
course
had to
not.
quickly chuck some joggers on and run out to the shop. Bloody 7 a.m. buying milk and bread, wasn't I? Like
Yeah.
a crazy man.
That is crazy.
Fighting all these women in business suits buying the sandwiches for the day.
Yeah.
So literally,
Really?
fucking queuing up that sandwich aisle. I was like,
Where?
just
Where
at the-
at?
Just at the co-op up the road.
Wow.
It was mad, proper mad.
Well, I suppose they must get quite a bit of good customer because every co-op or every little convenience shop will have a daily sandwich section, and they're normally always gone.
Oh yeah,
So someone's going in and getting them.
I'm telling you now. I mean, I'm driving to Coventry after this, and I'm not really feeling a dinner tonight. And I've had a couple of takeaways this weekend, so normally I just go to McDonald's. So I don't want to go get a McDonald's. 'Cause,
Yeah.
You know, whilst I was eating my hat trick, I had a hat trick burger yesterday.
Very nice. How was it?
You know what? It was lovely, but actually, weird. I'm going to say this: a little bit too much meat.
A
A little bit too much meat.
Okay.
And I was sat there with my hat trick large meal,
Yep.
my strawberry milkshake,
Oh,
and they didn't have any mozzarella dippers, so I went for 6 nugs.
obviously.
And I was sat there and I was just spread out like a fat fucking mess. And halfway through the burger, I think I dropped an onion on myself. And I was like, you sort your shit out, mate. You look fucking disgusting.
Oh, you need days like that, though. You know what? Speaking of McDonald's, I had a right win last week when I got at
tell me.
McDonald's. I went for a 9 chicken nugget meal.
Nice,
no-
random, but yeah, okay.
And I always go for chicken nuggets, and 6 just isn't enough.
It's not enough, you're right.
It's not enough. I'd rather go 9 and have a medium meal, so have just the medium fries,
Yeah.
but more nugs.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So 6 just isn't enough. So 9's a perfect compromise. Anyway, grabbed it, put my hand in the bag. Just a fucking 6 chicken nugget box, innit?
Wankers.
I've paid for 9.
They never get it right.
Drive through, driven off, Anna. I've already gone. Anyway, a little bit fuming. Looked in the box. Another box of 6 chicken nuggets.
So you got 12 nugs?
12 nugs for the price of 9.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, I love that. So they clearly ran out of 9 boxes and just went,
Just have
fuck it, let's sort this boy out.
Yeah, clearly.
Nice. What dips did you have with the nugs?
I just go tomato sauce, or you know me, I'm a plain boy,
Yeah.
dry.
Yeah. You see, not tomato sauce. I can't, I don't like tomato sauce.
Really?
Weird. So if I'm to have a hot dog, I go full American mustard and tomato
yeah.
sauce, and then crispy onions. But it's the only thing I'll have tomato sauce with. I don't know. I think just having it so much as a kid.
That's
and
it.
there's
I
so many
always
better
had it as a
options.
kid, and then probably for the last 10 years or something, we've never had tomato sauce because I swapped it out for mayo. Because as a kid, I never had mayo, but now I love mayo. But recently, I feel like I've been getting back into the tomato sauce. But again, I'll only have that randomly, maybe on a burger or a hot dog. And even with the chicken nuggets, not very often I'll get them.
Yeah, I mean, even when I go to McDonald's and I get my double cheeseburger, if I'm say I'm driving back from yours or whatever, I'll go get my driving burger, which is always a double cheeseburger. Always get it plain, no sauces at all.
See, I like the
no
sauces.
onions, just want it plain.
I just don't want the gherkin.
Yeah, you see, just get rid of all of it because that juicy, greasy, horrible, fatty burger just by itself.
Yeah,
it's all you need.
It's all you need. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
That melty cheese, mate.
Yeah. And speaking of hot dogs, I had an IKEA hot dog yesterday for the first time in forever.
You live at IKEA at the minute.
I
We've been twice in a couple of weeks.
We didn't manage to get there the other week, so this was the first time.
Oh,
yeah,
I
I
thought
can't
you
remember.
went.
We were supposed to, but I can't remember why we didn't. Anyway, yeah, we went yesterday.
How was it?
You know what? I quite like an IKEA shopping trip.
It's that. them hot dogs are exactly what we spoke about the other week, aren't they?
Cheap and nasty.
Pure fucking floor dust.
Oh, it's
compressed together.
Yeah.
They're banging, aren't they?
Yeah. I don't know. I mean, it wasn't as good as I remember.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's a shame.
I mean, you can't argue for 85p.
No. You know when you're paying less than £1 on
you know, oh God. I treated myself. I splashed out. I spent the extra 20p to get crispy onions.
Dirty boy.
Because I bloody love that. And then tomato sauce on top.
Mm-hmm.
You can't go wrong.
You can't.
But I did feel pretty grim afterwards.
Yeah,
I just had one as well. It's so long since I had anything from IKEA.
What did you get from IKEA? What did you buy?
We got some shelves.
Nice.
It was all nursery kitting out day because we've got all this furniture, all this stuff. The nursery's good to go. Just finishing touches. So Claire had seen a little hack, like you get on TikTok and stuff.
Yeah.
Little spice racks.
Mm-hmm.
Get them. They can double up as little kids' shelves. So we got some of them. They look great, to be fair. I'll show you a picture later.
Yeah.
For these little books. And we got a couple of little indoor plants because it's a woodland themed room.
Mm-hmm.
Got a giant leaf, obviously.
Course.
Have you seen the giant leaves?
No.
Well, the giant leaves are great. My sister's got one for my nephew. He's got one in his room. And I saw it. I was like, that's fucking fantastic.
It's a banging leaf.
It's just basically a gigantic leaf.
Right.
It's probably 3-4 foot long.
What's it made of?
It's I don't know, what's like a tent?
Oh, yeah, okay,
plasticky,
I don't know
fabric-y thing. But it's got poles in it that pulls it taut, so it's got so it's in the shape of a leaf, and it's big, so it looks like a little shelter. It goes over like he has it over his bed and stuff. So we thought, we'll do that. It can go over the crib because it's woodland theme, this leaf, and it's quite cute, looking up. I was like, I want one for my bed.
Do you do him double the size, please?
Yeah. Claire won't let me have one though. It's really disappointing.
Claire, stop it.
But we also did the stereotypical thing of thought leaf's great. Getting a leaf. I've wanted one for a while. Doesn't look that big in the showroom. It's a big old leaf.
Is it?
It's fucking huge.
Bit big for a baby.
Yeah. So not even that. It's because obviously it just sticks on the wall because it's on a pole, so it fixed to the wall. And I was going to have it side on coming out, but it literally took out half the room. So I've had to put it in the corner. It looks pretty good though. I like it. I like the leaf.
I'll have a little look at the picture.
Yeah, I'll show you the picture of the leaf.
Now, is that where you bought the rug from?
No, we got the rug from Next.
Right, okay.
Yeah. Do you want to talk about my rug?
We could talk about the rug. So I streamed the other night. I had a very good time, actually. I jumped on with a young lad who I've never played with, just me and him before. It's all through Kennedy's his tag name, like Lazy Parrot or something. And he's one of these guys, he doesn't talk on Discord. So you join a thing with him, and it's all for comms. So it's just me talking to him. He doesn't talk at all.
Oh, okay.
So it's quite a weird one. And he said, there's a threes tournament. Do you want to jump in one? I was like, oh, yeah, I'll play with viewers. Jump in. And we won this tournament. Loving it. You finally came online. Didn't follow me, you arsehole, but you finally came online.
I watched you. I was there to support you. I was cheering on.
You came on for the last game.
I was cheering you and Lazy.
Yeah, finished the game, won it, really happy. Then you and me jumped on Call of Duty. But I had to quickly run off and just have a wee, grab a beer and that. So I left you in charge of entertaining my viewers.
Yeah.
And you went on a 5-minute rant about your rug.
It wasn't a rant. It was a 5-minute appreciation of my rug.
You fully had them involved, though. The whole chat was going mad. Tell us more. It really ties the room together.
It really ties the room together. Yeah. This burnt orange rug.
Oh.
It's lovely. It's what's been missing, honestly.
Oh, yeah.
You need to come round and see the rug because the pictures don't do it justice.
Oh, I bet, yeah.
It's that perfect level of length on the hairs. It's not too short, so it's just like carpet, but it's not too long where it's
going to mat.
It's going to mat. You're going to get stuff lost in it. The cats will just shit on it. It's that perfect length, and it's really soft. Perfect for standing on barefoot.
Oh yeah.
Really getting your toes right in amongst it. Oh.
So when we're playing Call of Duty, obviously you sit on the floor. That's your optimal gaming position. Where would the rug be? Under bum or under feet?
Both.
Oh, so it's big.
It's
rug.
A big rug, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So
rugs are cheap, aren't they?
Rugs are, not cheap at all.
How much did it set you back?
Surprisingly, it wasn't too bad because they had the cheap rug section, and they're $37.50, pretty reasonable. I thought
That's reasonable for a rug.
But then was like the nice display, you know, where on the wall they're like hooked on, and there was a top one, another burnt orange one, but it was a bit short. The hairs were a bit
not optimal length.
No, not that soft. So that had £160 price tag on it, and this one was like 2 rugs down from that, and it had no price. Oof. So you're thinking maybe a bit 130 quid, yeah. But we loved it, so we wanted it. We asked the shopkeeper to check for us. 75 quid.
Boom, baby.
Fucking winning.
That's a banging price for a big rug as well.
Yeah, it is a big rug.
Especially one that ties the room together
It really ties the room together.
Your face, honestly. You look just as happy as this as when you're talking about politics.
Yeah, you know what? I am. I was listening to Keir Starmer's biography on the way over.
Fantastic.
Yes.
Yeah, we're not getting into that. Not again. We save that for work times.
Yeah, true.
You come through and give me your Starmer facts.
We're setting up our own separate podcast, aren't we? Into the politics. And
so we've got Into the Pod, which is going to slowly start petering out because we've got Into the Politics.
Yeah.
But we've also got Into the Bakes coming up as well, where manager Megan is just going to bake for us every week. And we're just going to eat it and talk about it. So it's just one long snack of the week baked by manager Megan.
I can't wait for that. I'm really excited.
I don't know why we're wasting our time talking about this shit.
I know.
When we could be eating Megan's cakes.
There's only Megan letting us down right now because we're here. Where's the bake?
Where is the bake? And, you know, I did see... And the problem is, as well, I see her on the chat. She's got these banging brownies ready to go. Biscoff brownies.
Oh, I know.
But the problem is, and I feel that she does know us well, but not well enough, because she said she was going to bring them in for you to then to distribute out to me. So if she knew anything about you, she would realise I'm never going to see them brownies because you're a bastard and you'll eat them all.
I mean, she should know that because I literally told her and you that in the chat.
She's still going to bring them in.
She said, I'll bring them in and you can give to Sam. I was like, I will not pass any to Sam. I was like, okay, so what day am I bringing them in? And, you know, just brush that comment aside. So I'm being nothing but honest.
You know what? I will give you that. You are an honest man.
Yeah.
It's like, no. I mean, I'm not saying you got morals, but...
Yeah, exactly. Oh, yeah, exactly. I don't lie. You know, I just don't lie. Honesty is very important to me.
Absolutely. Will you give Sam these? No.
No, I will eat them.
Thank you. Thank you for the cakes.
Yes.
Every time I've seen Megan recently, she keeps going, I've got some friend snacks in my bag. They've been in there for 2 weeks. Will you come get them later? And then I just keep forgetting to go get those friend snacks. Yeah. And I know what they are. They're Happy Hippos as well.
Oh, nice.
And I love a Happy Hippo.
Yeah.
She knows that. Speaking of manager Megan, she was on last week. How do you think it went? Now she's not here. Let's slag her off.
Yeah. You know what? To be fair, she was very nervous, wasn't she?
She was very nervous, yeah.
But I thought she did very well.
Yeah.
I've had a lot of good compliments about Megan.
Yeah, absolutely. So have I. Bar the hobnobs.
Oh,
I've had quite a few people coming to me saying, what's the fucking issue with hobnobs?
Yeah, that was a bold call coming on, slagging off hobnobs.
But you know what? She did it.
Yeah.
And she was still loved by the masses.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
Highest numbers we've had in fuck knows how long.
Really high numbers.
Very high numbers this week. So she's obviously pulled in something with her, hasn't she?
Yeah.
But the cakes were outstanding.
Oh, the cakes were next level. And because there was extras as well.
Yeah.
I was having one every night.
So was I, yeah.
And I don't normally have cakes very often, and we don't normally buy, sweet treats in the house. So coming home every night thinking, I've got a cupcake to have tonight, and a different flavoured one as well.
Yeah.
Oh, it's unbelievable.
Yeah, so, yeah, all in all.
And the top fives, there was a lot of great choices in there, a lot of strong picks, and I really enjoyed the quiz. That was good.
The quizzes were banging.
Yeah.
You know, my stream the other day was talking about biscuits. Old Poundland Pirate, Punchland Pirate, whatever his name is, your mate.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah. He was talking in my chat about our biscuits and saying, I can't believe you don't like hobnobs. And then someone else in my chat, do you know what they brought up? They said rich tea. And I was like, not for me, mate. I'm a dunker. Can't be having it. He said, nah, for me, it's rich tea or Garibaldi.
Really?
And I was like, mate, I've not heard anyone say that word in my life.
What? Ever?
I know what they are, but no one has ever said the word Garibaldi to me. Ever.
No, I can't remember the last time someone said that.
I've seen them. I've had them. No one's ever said that word to me before.
No.
I was shocked. It's just really weird to read it. I was like, oh, I've only ever read that on a packet.
Wow. Okay. Yeah.
But again, bold choice.
Bold choice, absolutely.
I mean,
that's the thing with biscuits. You've got, such a wide variety out there.
Exactly. This podcast always comes back to biscuits, doesn't it? Always.
We're a snack podcast, fundamentally.
We are a snack podcast. In fact, you know what, mate? Should we just go straight into this week's snack of the week?
Oh, you wanted to do it already? I
Well,
thought you
'cause-
wanted to save it for a bit.
I was going to save it for a bit. We was going to talk a little bit about what we've watched this week, but we've just spoke about food up to now, so we may as well jump straight in.
I know,
haven't we?
I'm quite hungry as well.
Yeah, and I've already got them out ready.
I know, you're
was
very
on the ball
prepared.
this week.
And we've got a coffee going.
Well, mine's gone.
It's very unusual.
In my
for-
brand new Into the Podcast mug.
We haven't even mentioned that.
Yeah, let's mention these. So, Megan, she did mention on the podcast that not only did she make us cakes, there was another gift that hadn't turned up on time, which she brought into work the next day. And there they were, bloody Into the Podcast mugs. It's got the Spotify picture of our very first episode.
Mm-hmm.
And if you scan the little Spotify barcode at the bottom, it takes you to our very first episode.
That's cool, isn't it?
So, I'm thinking maybe our first bit of merch.
Yeah.
If you want one, only £45 cash. Cash in hand.
Yeah. You won't get a receipt.
None at all. And I'll just send you this. Can you send me it back when the next person orders one? But now they're banging, aren't they?
Oh, they are great, yeah.
You've been using yours at home?
I have. I even put pictures in.
You did, yeah. We'll get one for her to put online for us.
Yeah.
But so I've got my favourite mug. Everyone has a favourite mug, don't
Oh, they do. They really
and
do.
mine is that one that has all the, it's got the game on it where you've got to guess which film the picture's from.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But that's a big mug.
Right.
So
yeah.
normally my 3-person cafetiere, it'll only get 2 in this mug. So that's my go-to.
Right.
It's
Okay.
been replaced with the Into the Podcast
Wow.
mug now.
I feel like it's my new favourite as well.
Yeah, it's just bloody lovely.
Yeah, mine is a really random one. We have a Wuthering Heights one,
Yeah.
like obviously one that Claire got, and it's in the style of like Penguin books, so it's like the orange and white bands.
Yeah.
And it just says Wuthering Heights on it with the Penguin logo. But I don't know why. I really like it. I think it's a colour. The
Yeah.
orange and white is quite nice.
Yeah,
But-
it really ties the room together, doesn't it? That orangey colour.
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have to redecorate that room, I think.
Yeah, I think
Burnt
so.
orange colour. But
I
you know,
agree.
it still works because it's a mustard colour at the moment, and with the brown floor and the burnt orange, it's autumnal.
Very autumnal.
Autumnal.
That. Yeah.
Should we snack?
What was talking about? Snacks. Okay, yeah. Should we get Drewbo out?
Yeah, let's.
Drew, sing us in, baby.
Here come Sam and Ryan, listen to them both speak. They've come 2 hours on with their pop culture critique. But are you even a nerd if you don't overread? So come on everybody, it's the snack of the week.
It is the snack of the week, all right, baby.
It is.
Drew, where can we hear more of that?
You know what? Obviously, you can hear his music in lots of places.
Oh, yeah.
Spotify.
Like where? Oh, yeah.
Apple Music,
Yeah.
Amazon Music.
I'm guessing so.
I-
Yes, because I've listened to it on Amazon Music.
Ah, there you go.
So
I
there
never
you
think to
go.
go to Amazon Music,
Yeah.
but you know, if you ask Alexa, it automatically goes to Amazon.
Yeah,
you
it
have to
does.
ask her specifically for Spotify.
Well, I pay
or whatever it is.
I pay for Amazon Music.
Ah, see,
so,
I'm a Spotify man.
yeah, you like your Wrapped, don't you?
I like my
yearly
Spotify
wraps.
Wrapped.
Yeah.
Yeah. YouTube, you can listen to on there.
YouTube. He's got the old Facey B in the
All the
IEG.
instant, yeah, exactly. And if you find yourself in the Mansfield area on Saturday,
Is that this Saturday coming up?
this
is it?
Saturday the 20th of July,
Cool.
you can find Drew Flanagan in the flesh playing at Blidfest.
It's not bloody Blidfest.
At Bloody Blidfest.
Bloody Bloodfest.
Yeah, Bliddy Fest. And so Blidfest is a festival that's on in the small village of Blidworth, or Blidworth.
Blidworth for you posh
For you
people.
non-locals, and it's at a local pub, and it's all lots of musical acts on. It's all raising charity for Air Ambulance, I believe.
Yep.
And our boy Drew's there. We're going to be there.
We bloody are going to be there.
Yeah, we're not doing a live show.
Me and your mum are.
Yes.
Did you see your mum commented on Facebook?
No, I didn't. actually.
saying thanks for throwing me under the bus, Megan. I'm not doing a live show with Sam.
Fantastic, fantastic. So come along. I think Drew's on about 2 o'clock
About 2
ish.
o'clock, is it?
I think he's playing. His slot is. But yeah, if you fancy a couple of drinks,
We'll be there.
We'll be there.
You know what? Mate?
what?
I'm going to have a fucking hot dog.
Yeah,
We've got
nice.
barbecue going.
Yeah, I've got a barbecue
I'm
going.
going to have a hot dog
Yeah, with
And-
mustard and tomato
with
sauce.
mustard and tomato sauce. And I'm going to watch me some Drew Flanagan music of Drew Flanagan music.
Yeah.
And I'm going to go, this is the best day of my life.
Exactly, and then we're going to heckle him and say, "Play snack of the week."
Yeah. Even during his songs.
Yeah, yeah.
We keep interrupting his songs by screaming it as loud as we can. Oh, right. That's enough giving Drew our love. Because we need to love something else right now.
We do.
Snacks. So I bought something a bit different because we've had a lot of sweet treats recently.
We
So I
have.
thought I'd go for something a little bit savoury this week. and I found these in a shop. I can't even. How would you say that? Yarich. Yarich, the brand is. Just crackers, but they are bacon and habanero chili flavoured.
Oh, that's a great flavouring combination.
Great flavour. I'm thinking maybe a bit spicy.
I'm hoping a little bit spicy. Just warming.
Yeah.
That kind of spice level.
But when I looked at these, I thought these are going to be salty. These are going to... And if they are spicy, we're going to need something to wash it down.
Yeah.
And then I was in Iceland the other day because Iceland do 3 for a tenner on like frozen chicken of every variety.
Yeah.
Whether it just be a chicken steaks, whatever. But they do like mini Kiev balls. But instead of having garlic in them, they have chip shop curry or barbecue sauce or sweet and sour sauce. So I love getting bits like that.
Yeah.
Got to the till, paying for me chicken. Woman goes, can I interest you in a bottle of the new Pepsi to take with you? And I went, no. And I looked. Bloody Pepsi Electric Blue.
What on earth is this?
This is a Pepsi Cola, 0 sugar, but it is blue.
It's very blue.
It's very blue. So I went, actually, yeah, I'll take 2 of them because we'll talk about this on our podcast.
Yeah.
So this will help us wash down the habanero and bacon crackers.
Oh, it's lovely and cold as well, this Pepsi.
I put them straight in the fridge, mate. You know what I mean? I ain't daft.
Yeah, it's good
Ain't
that.
daft. Oh, God. Oh, they smell good.
That's a good start.
Right. Oh, God, they're small. Right. Get your gub holes.
Oh,
in
they
them,
are
mate.
small.
They are. I was expecting big ones.
Yeah, me too. It's because the picture on the front's really big.
Yeah, you know what? You're right there, mate.
I thought it was going to be, 1-for-1 scale, but it's
but
not.
they're bloody not.
They're bloody tiny little squares.
Have a sniff. Bacony.
Very bacony.
Let's go. Feel that cake? Yeah, just sitting on the tongue nicely.
Yeah, just a little bit. Come in, it's a slow burn afterwards. Don't get it initially.
Nope. Not too salty, but the
No.
bacon flavour's there.
Bacon's coming through.
So not overpowering. The kick just sits on your tongue nicely.
That's beautiful flavouring.
These are good.
These are good.
These are very good because it's not overpowering. Bacon snacks normally very salty, very overpowering.
Yeah.
All right, frazzles. Banging, love a frazzle. But a bit much sometimes, isn't it?
Yeah. They're just too small. So what I'm doing here is I've got 5 in one. I think that's what I need to do to get the real hit of flavour as well.
Do it. I will join you on the 5-in-1.
Makes it more of a normal biscuit size. Very dry though.
They are crackers after all.
Yeah. Yeah, true. They're a perfect, bar snack.
Perfect bar. Couple of beers.
Couple of beers with them. That's
Yeah.
what you want.
Big fan.
Big fan.
Yeah, very happy with them.
Yeah. Where would you rate it in the tier system? Tell us what the tier system is for the listeners that don't know.
The tier system is top tier. Obviously, we know what that is.
Yeah.
The best of the best. Then tier number 2, we have Love That. Not top tier is reserved for the best of the best.
Yeah.
This is just something that not the best of the best, hit or miss, but mate, when you have it, you're like, I love that. That's great. Then you have what's the middle one?
I'd have that again.
I'd have that again. So again, you're at a party, you probably won't buy them. You're at a party, they're out. You're like, oh, they're all right. I'll have some of them.
Yeah.
And tier 4 is if I have to.
Yeah. If there's no alternatives.
You turn up, snack of the week, and I'm going, this is what I'm putting out in
You're
front
like,
of you.
oh,
You're going,
I've got to have
fuck's
it.
sake, I've
Yeah.
got to, 'cause
Or
the
if you're
podcast
really
says so.
hungry and you got something to tide you over.
Yeah.
If I have to.
And then bottom is the worst, dog shit, whatever you want to call it.
Yeah.
Just the worst.
The worst of the worst. So where are you rating that out of the 5-tier system?
So I want to say top tier, but I'm probably going to go Love That.
I think Love That's fair.
Because they are banging,
yeah.
but they're not the best of the best. I think, like I say, as much as I love them, and I will get more of these. These would be great when we're playing Call of Duty with a few beers.
Yeah.
I just think they wouldn't be my go-to.
No, I agree.
You know what I mean?
I agree.
So nice.
The right combination, like I said, with a beer or whatever, or like at a party, just have them out in a bowl or something. Great. I probably won't go out my way to buy them.
No, if you saw them in a shop, they were there, and you went, "Oh yeah, beer time on Friday. You're gonna need a snack for it."
Yeah.
I'll get them.
Exactly. Yeah, good.
That kick's still there on my tongue. It's
Yeah,
nice.
it's nice.
Right, so should we wash them down with
Yeah,
a
with-
Pepsi Electric Zero Sugar
Why is it
drink?
electric?
And I think it's just because it's blue.
Okay, and electricity's blue.
We need to remember to take some photos for Megan.
Okay.
We'll do that in a minute. Interesting.
That is a weird taste.
I'm not really sure what that taste is, if I'm honest with you. What is it?
It tastes blue.
Yeah, I guess so.
Do you know what I mean? It tastes like the colour.
I'm going to take another mouthful. So yeah, it doesn't taste of Coke. Well, Pepsi.
No.
It's not bad by any sense of the word. I don't
No, it's
think.
not. Nice that it's cold.
It's lovely that it's cold. I think it's just kind of got a Pepsi kick, but then with like a little tiny fruit, but I can't figure out what it is. It says citrus flavouring. I see what it is now. Sweet potato and carrot concentrate.
Ah.
It's the sweet potato we can taste. Yeah, it's fine. It's fine.
It's fine. It's just quite unsettling because I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I guess so, but yeah,
It's fizzy but flat at the same time.
that's weird.
It tastes of nothing but of something as well.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, I can't get my head around it. But it's fine. I'll finish that bottle.
Oh, yeah.
It's cold. It really quenches my thirst after having crackers. But yeah, just a bit odd. It's everything but nothing.
Yeah. Where are you rating it?
Middle.
I think middle.
Yeah. I'd have that again.
I'd have it again if someone offered it. I wouldn't buy it again.
No, I think if someone went, oh, do you want a drink?
Yeah.
And they had a big 2-litre bottle of Pepsi Electric, I'd be like, yeah, I'll have a glass of that.
Yeah,
Get some arsenic, 'cause I know it's nice cold.
Yeah.
Don't think that'd be very nice room temperature.
No. But Pepsi just isn't really nice at room temperature
no,
anyway.
It's not. No.
Yeah, I'd have that again.
Yeah.
I wouldn't buy it, but if someone offered it me on a hot summer's day,
Oh, yeah.
I would definitely drink it.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. So, very middle of the road. You know what? Actually, this is nice because we've had a lot of top tiers recently. And every now and then I do get a bit bored, and I just don't want people to think that we just say
Give everything's top tier.
because it's not.
We haven't had a worst tier for a long
We haven't had a
time.
bad thing, but if I'm buying our snacks, I think
Yeah.
this is it, innit? Like,
If people buy it stuff for
if
us,
they buy it for us, that's when we're going to get the worst. Whereas
Yeah.
I'm only going to buy stuff I know that's not going to make me vom.
yeah, that's fair. That's fair.
But we've still got the McVitie's and Lidl vouchers to spend.
I'm excited.
So I'll go get them spent soon when I can be asked to go to Lidl. I'm an Aldi boy now myself, so
Yeah.
I don't go there very often.
Don't tell Lidl that.
Shh, yeah, our secret. Aldi didn't give us £10 voucher, did they?
Exactly,
Bastards.
jerks.
Right, okay, so that's Snack of the Week over and done with. Should we have a bit of a chat about what we've watched?
Yeah,
this
let's
week?
do that.
I've blasted through 2 TV series.
2 whole TV series.
2 whole. So I've started one.
Right.
Well, I've started 2 actually. So I've started The Bear.
Okay. Yeah.
Which I'm not going to go into it. I'll wait till I've finished it because I'm only halfway through season 2 at the moment.
That's fair. Okay.
So when I've finished it, we'll have a bit of a chat about The Bear.
Yeah,
But
okay.
really enjoying it. Started Barbecue Showdown season 3.
Right.
Mate. Not only does the food look insane, the characters,
Okay.
my friend. This is the one thing I love about Barbecue Showdown as well. Very Lincolnshire. I'm a very Lincolnshire man, you know.
Yeah.
Not the most cultural place over here, if
Yeah.
I'm honest. Don't meet a wide variety of people. This show, all Texans. So the type of person I would never come across on a day-to-day basis.
Of course.
So there's an Egyptian man, an Egyptian guy who moved to Texas solely because he said he came over to America, tried brisket, and went, "No, that's life now." So moved to Texas.
Fair.
This dude has a full Sam Elliott mustache going on.
Legend.
And the dude's a fucking hero.
Yeah, okay.
He's just, and he tries to keep everything. So although it's, Texas barbecue, he tries to put an Egyptian spin to it. And honestly, his food's banging.
In terms of the show as a concept, is
Yeah.
it like your sort of things like your Great British Bake Offs where it's a competition and like each week someone gets eliminated.
Exactly
They have to do
that.
like showstoppers or like challengers or
Exactly
whatever.
that. So every week will be like, so it'll be the first episode was you have to tell us your story of who you are
Yeah.
in a meal that has 2 proteins and 2 sides.
Okay.
So they have to go away, barbecue, 2 whatever, a fucking tomahawk and some ribs, and then they make some cornbread and some whatever on the side.
Yeah.
But they had to make it to tell their story, so where they're from or whatever. Then they did an episode where everything had to be cooked in beer.
Nice.
And it's really good as well, because the way they're doing it, obviously they've got the IPAs, they've got the citrus beers, they've got their just standard lagers, they've got the stouts, so
Yeah.
everything they're making is a different beer and a different taste. Loved that episode.
Yeah, that sounds
But
great.
obviously these guys are like pros.
Yeah.
So if it's 1 degree cold, like cooked 1 degree lower than it should have been, they know.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, yeah.
It's awesome. And it just makes you so hungry.
I bet, yeah. That's why I struggle watching shows like that. They're the sort of shows I have to eat. You know, like you were with your McDonald's earlier, where, like you said, you just covered in food.
Yeah.
That's the sort of thing you need to watch or have whilst watching a show like that for me.
Oh,
'Cause
God,
otherwise,
absolutely.
it just makes me hungry and I just kind of want to turn off and go get some food.
Yeah,
Same
yeah.
when I watch like Beard Meets Food. I have to watch him when I'm having tea.
Yeah, of course. Well, what we'll do is when we do go to Hickory's,
Yeah.
because I told you and Claire we'll go to Hickory's, we'll watch a couple of episodes first.
Oh,
then
yeah.
head over, get
Build
some
up an
proper
appetite.
brisket and that. Yeah. Okay, and then the only other 2, I've not got a lot to say about them, but I just thought I'd mention them because they're both very new. One of them is, I can't see where they are, a little card game I've got on my thing here called Exploding Kittens. Have you ever played Exploding Kittens
I've never
before?
played Exploding Kittens.
Simple card game. You just basically pass cards around and basically you've got to not get the exploding kitten
Okay.
because it'll blow you up and you're dead and you're out. Very simple game.
Yeah.
And they've made a TV show of it on Netflix.
Of course.
And it's a 15 plus or whatever it is in America. So I thought I'll give this a go because I love my adult animation anyway. So this show, the concept of it is God's up there doing his thing, just not giving a fuck.
Yeah.
He's CEO of heaven, he is.
Right.
Giving it big un,
Yeah.
but he's just not really paying attention. Watching too much. What was it they sent him down for? He fell asleep having a wank to pterodactyl porn or something.
Right,
And
okay.
burnt half of heaven down because he had food in the oven.
Okay,
So they send
yeah.
him down to earth to answer some prayers to prove that you're God, but they send him down in cat form.
Yeah, obviously.
Down in hell, the CEO of hell is not evil enough, so she is torturing people by telling dad jokes and shit. So they send her up to earth to cause some hell
Yeah.
and whatever as a cat. And
Right.
it's just that. Very Rick and Morty in it's weird as fuck.
Sounds it.
But doesn't the problem is when Rick and Morty exists, it's very hard to hit that, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
So, but I enjoyed it. It was okay, but the whole time you're like, "What the fuck is going on?" Mm-hmm. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
like
yeah.
you do with Rick and Morty, but we've had many seasons to get used to that. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
Build up to it because the newer seasons of Rick and Morty are so weird.
Oh, of
and
course.
so out there that
Yeah,
if that
yeah.
was your introduction to it, you'd never watch it.
Yeah.
So this is very much like that. I enjoyed it. It was fun, but at the same time, you're trying to hit a market that's already out there and perfected.
Yes,
If you know-
okay.
if
Yeah.
you know what I mean.
Yeah.
But in itself, characters are very good. So the family that Godcat is trying to help. Basically what he said is, right, I'm going to answer their prayers. He doesn't know who said save our family, but he just needs his family to come together. We've got a young lad who just wants to be a very famous streamer, but getting nowhere in life. Absolute
Relatable.
nerd. Yeah, relatable. He was internet famous for singing the Hokey Cokey wrong when he was a kid or something, and he wants to try and become famous to get that off of his, so people don't remember him for that. Then there's a daughter who's just an absolute genius,
Yeah.
a dad who's a board game playing nerd,
Right. Yeah.
and then the mum who's an ex-Navy SEAL, works in like a vet or whatever, clearly unhappy with life. The whole family's like, disjointed, not really into each other. No one actually likes each other. They're all into weird shit and do different stuff. So it's Godcat's. He don't give a fuck. He just wants to get back up to heaven.
Yeah.
But yeah, so the characters are fun. They are what they are.
Yeah,
There's
yeah, of
something
course.
going on all the time. It's just the whole time just thinking it's not Rick and Morty. And it's such a shame that when you're watching something like you can't take it for its own merit.
That is a shame, yeah.
But the problem is, I mean, adult animation, it's such a huge thing now.
Oh, it's such a saturated market, isn't
massively.
it? Like,
I mean, especially on Netflix, because
Yeah.
they're everywhere. I mean, I really enjoyed Paradise PD when that came out. There was Chicago Ant or something. Loads and loads of others. Some of them really hit, some of them really don't.
yeah.
This one is just very okay. I'm a big fan of the card game anyway, so I was immediately, when I saw it advertised, I was like, oh, interesting.
Yeah.
What they're going to do with this random card game that kids of all ages can play, but it's fun.
How many episodes?
I think 8 or 9 half-hour episodes.
1.5 hours. So yeah, quite short. Like you'd expect for that sort of animation. Yeah.
Left it open on a cliffhanger, so I think there's going to be a few seasons of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was okay and perfect. This would have been perfect for me yesterday when I had my monging day.
Yeah.
Of just lazing
Lazing
not really
around,
doing much,
just
chilling.
some easy watching.
Perfect
you can
for
binge through quite a lot, probably the whole season in a day if you got a spare day.
But what I did watch to do that for. Are you a fan of the film Sausage Party, by any chance?
I enjoyed Sausage Party for what it was. I feel like the trailer was the best bit.
Oh, absolutely.
You know what I mean? The trailer came out, it was hilarious. Everyone in the cinema was laughing every time it came on. Then you watch the film, it's like they've clearly showed the best bits in the trailer.
Oh, absolutely.
And it's just a lot of filler.
A lot of filler, big cast.
Oh yeah, huge.
I mean, obviously, it's a Seth Rogen film. Was it? I think it was directed and produced by him. I think.
Right.
But obviously, he plays Frank, the main sausage. Kirsten Wiig and loads of what's his name? Edward Norton's in it, and all of that lot.
Yeah.
Michael Cera. So there's a TV show of it on Amazon Prime,
is there?
which I didn't know. So it's just called Sausage Party Foodtopia.
Right.
My mate told me about it. He come round to watch the football, told me about it. So we watched a couple of episodes beforehand. So fucking weird. If you've not seen Sausage Party, the idea of it is food is real. They're alive.
Bit like Toy Story.
A bit like Toy Story. They're alive. It's it's done like a Disney animation, but it's an adult film. They think that they're all in a shopping supermarket, and when they're taken, they believe that they're going to a higher place, a better place.
Yeah.
But actually, just going to be eaten and murdered.
Yeah. Chopped up into pieces and die horrific deaths.
Yes, basically, yeah. Good fun for what it is.
Yeah.
It's just a good fun film. So the TV show is obviously that. So the idea of the TV show is it goes straight from the film.
Yeah.
They've just had that big sort of war at the end. So they've had their orgy.
Yeah.
All the foods had their orgy. They've had the big war against the humans. And that's it. Food is now the dominant species on Earth.
Right.
Most humans are dead.
Yeah.
Food takes over. You know what? For what it is, it's very weird, very like, oh, okay, just odd, very weird sex scenes again with food. And there's a bit where a hot dog wanks off a man.
Right,
really
obviously.
weird. Like, just some really weird Seth Rogen stuff in there. But the actual storyline of it, I think, is genius, So it's like, okay, so food now are running the world.
Yeah.
So they come out, like, oh my God, this is it. We can just go do what we want. Then it starts raining in the first episode. So obviously anything made out of bread or anything like that is like dying, horrific deaths. And they're like, what the fuck do we like? What is that? How does this happen? So they manage to capture a human, and there's humans in it throughout, and they keep having to go back to human and being like, why is this trying to kill us? Why is that trying to kill us? But the whole way through it, like, human teeth become currency.
Okay.
So, and then bit by bit, politics start coming into it, because it's like, you've got the rich people, the bigger foods that have all the teeth, and they live in the big houses, and then all the others and the smalls are in slums, and it's hot outside, and they need refrigeration, but they're not getting it, so they're all dying. So Seth Rogen and Kirsten Wiig's character, the bread bun and the sausage. that they decide to come up with this idea called sharesies, which is basically you've got your teeth, and if you haven't got a lot of teeth, we'll take a small amount of your teeth. But if you've got a lot of teeth, we'll take more of your teeth. So obviously taxes.
Yeah.
And it all goes down this line of like building like a political party,
right? Okay,
and how it is to build that, and so then you've got this mega rich guy that comes in. It's like, no, I'm going up against you. Why do these guys get to pick it? And he's obviously for the rich, wants to keep the rich, keep the poor. The other guys just basically want to take. You just want to make what's fair is fair.
Yeah.
So I actually think the idea of it's quite a clever idea of we've started with nothing, and we have to kind of establish. There's an episode where they have to establish police because people are just stealing teeth.
Yeah.
But it's so stupid. And when you say that, like, oh no, they had to make police because teeth are being stolen. like
what on earth are you
the bag
talking
of
about?
dog food keeps stealing teeth from the eggs.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? It sounds so
It's
stupid.
absolutely mental.
But I think it's quite ingenious in how they've played it, really.
Yeah, okay.
But then, season 1 sort of ends, and it's a bit of a... It ends quite cleverly, actually, but it's just, typical love story between, them two, but very weird. Very,
Is it the same cast, like same voice
cast,
actors and
same
stuff?
voice characters.
Yeah.
So it's mainly Michael Cera as the smaller hot dog, Seth Rogen as a hot dog, Kirsten Wiig as the bun,
Yeah.
and then you've got like Edward Norton as the bagel, and
Yeah,
a couple
okay.
of others, but mainly the same cast. Weird. Office tits, very, very strange sex scenes. Again,
yeah.
The first thing they do when they get outside is just have another food orgy.
Yeah, obviously.
But actually, like, I love how they've done this adult cartoon TV show and made it so political, but in such a weird, daft way.
Yeah.
That when you're sort of like looking at the undertones are right there in front of you, but when you're looking at the undertones, you're like, okay, I see where you're going here.
What you're
I see
doing,
what
yeah.
they're taking the piss out of here.
Yeah.
Interesting watch. But the whole time, like, Josh was sat next to me saying, like, what are you watching?
Yeah.
I was like, just shut up. I'm invested. Again, I think it's like 8 episodes or 9 episodes or something. Half hour.
One series? One series? Are they doing another one?
The way it ended could go either way.
Right, okay.
So it could be left as it is, was what it was.
Yeah.
I think it got like 5.3 out of 10. So it's not a highly rated thing.
That's not great for a TV show.
No, not great for a TV show. But for what it was, you know what? It was fun.
Yeah.
It was what it was.
I'm surprised they actually did something following on from Sausage Party, 'cause I'm not sure how successful it was. And that's the sort of thing where you do it, you have a bit of a laugh, and almost like a one-hit wonder. It doesn't really matter.
Yeah, I don't know whether it was Seth Rogen picking up. You know how like Kevin Smith does? Kevin Smith does not make a lot of money from his films.
Yeah.
He does stupid fucking films, but then he'll just bring the next stupid film out.
Yeah.
I'm a big Kevin Smith
And
fan.
but he'll have a cult following, and certain people
that.
buy into it.
And I'm that guy. I'm
Yeah.
part of that cult. But Seth Rogen, I feel, is very much that as well.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean? His stuff is just more mainstream.
I feel like he's dropped off, though.
A little bit. I think this is probably why he's picking projects up.
Yeah,
like that again.
I wouldn't say he's been that mainstream for probably a long time now.
It's been a good few, because I still look back at things like This Is the End and feel like it was last year.
You're talking
years ago.
This end probably what, 2010? No, 2012, 2013, I think.
Yeah.
So it's probably a good decade ago.
Yeah,
It's
so
crazy.
Really, I mean, he's done bits. I've not seen a lot recently, to be fair, but that's probably why he's just chilling now. He's doing his thing.
That's the thing. A lot of actors, directors, they get to a certain stage where they go, right, I've done the big things.
Yeah,
I've made a bit of money. I'm
stuff I'd fun
established.
with,
I can just do whatever I want with now.
Yeah, and enjoy it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I've just watched 2 cartoons, but
Nice.
I've blasted 2 seasons of this in the last 24 hours, basically.
Sounds
And
fun.
It's been fun, yeah.
Yeah, nice.
But you've watched some films, haven't you?
I have, because we've not had any TV series on the go for a while. Is All of the Boys out now?
I think there's 1 episode left.
Yeah, so I think when it's all out, we'll probably binge The Boys.
Yeah, so I watched episode 7 today.
Yeah, so we've not watched any of that, so that's on the radar, because we're up to date other than the new season.
Yeah.
So I'll probably watch that. But yeah, other than that, I've just been trying to watch some films. So this weekend, I had a lovely chilled weekend. Claire was out on Saturday, so I had the day to myself.
Lovely.
And we had a free evening, so we're like, we'll have a movie night in.
Beautiful.
And then for some mad reason, I woke up Sunday morning at 7 o'clock in the morning, wide awake. But you know, when you wide awake, but you feel great. Like I'm just awake now. So got up and watched. Like need to do the Sunday shop. Gonna go to IKEA and stuff. Don't open until like 10, 11 o'clock on a Sunday.
Yeah.
So I managed to get another film in there as well.
Banging.
So I watched 3 new films this weekend, all starring one actor who was the actor I watched, who was top of my list for last year for most films watched. Who was that?
Nick Cage.
It was Nick Cage, correct.
Okay, so films you haven't seen before. I don't know, because you watched a lot.
I watched that. I recounted. It was 10 Nicolas Cage films that I'd never seen before I watched last year.
And another 3.
And I've added another 3 to the list.
Go for it.
The thing is, I'm still nowhere near catching up because he's got so many film credits. It's ridiculous. I'm going to talk about them in reverse order of what I watched.
Okay.
So, the one we watched yesterday was The Wicker Man.
Okay, yeah, so you've never seen that?
Never seen it. And obviously, I'd watched the original Wicker Man earlier this year. I
We
think
fucking loved it.
and absolutely loved it. It's been one of my favourite films I've watched this year. I really want to rewatch it. British cult classic horror film. For those that don't know, the original, it's got Christopher Lee in it and Edward Woodward, and it's about a police officer that goes to this island off the coast of Scotland. It's like Summer Isle, it's called, because he's got a letter that a little girl's gone missing, so he goes to investigate. Very weird. It's all very disturbing. This island's cut off from civilization. They're quite pagan and ritualistic, and there's just this
boobies everywhere.
lots of booze, but there's all this undercut like tone of like paganism and like sexuality, and he's like this devout Christian policeman who's very like, you know, he's
Prudish.
very prudish, like, 'cause, you know, set in like the 70s, so he's your stereotypical British stiff upper lip, like, so it's all about, you know, themes of like, I would say like, what's the word I'm looking for, like seduction and stuff, isn't it? And like trying to seduce him to that side, like with sexuality and against his religion and all this stuff. And the film's fucking mental, but brilliant. It works so well. It's weird, and it's just it feels uncomfortable. So this is a remake of that. Nicolas Cage, 2006. I went into this film knowing that the reviews were bad, and again, having only watched it recently, but idolised now the original. I knew I was gonna obviously compare it, but I was going in with that sort of like open mind. This isn't going to be great, but it's Nick Cage. I love Nick Cage
in a film I love,
and Nick Cage does loads of shit films. I've watched loads of weird and wonderful Nick Cage films, so I never go into a Nick Cage film thinking this is going to be amazing. I can sort of take them at face value. Have you seen it?
years ago.
Yeah, so
Only the bees ever stick out in your mind in that
the
film.
bees
That's
you get because he's allergic to bees, and they're bringing bees in this one. And the storyline is pretty much exactly the same, except it's set in America. He's a traffic police officer who witnesses a horrific crash at the start with a young girl and a mum, and a van, like a lorry, comes out of nowhere, wipes them out. He takes some time off, gets a letter from his ex saying, "Oh, I'm sorry I've not been in touch for like 10 years, but I've got a daughter now and she's gone missing. I live on Summers Isle," which is like an island off the coast of somewhere in America, like Washington, I think it is. And he goes there, and they've changed some elements of it. So the story is very similar. He's a policeman going to investigate this missing girl, but they've thrown in like his ex in this now. So there's a bit of like a love relationship there, and it's all the themes have changed quite a lot. So it's not like it's so much about paganism, but it's more about like feminism. They're almost like a bit Amish in their ways, a bit like old school, and they're all females.
Yeah.
It's all like, and they're all like got, you know, like plant names and stuff like Sister Beach and Sister Rose and Sister Lily, and so he's a man, and like, oh, straight away they don't like the men. And it's one of them where it was all right, it was okay. It's got nothing on the original,
and it's never gonna,
but it's never going to. But I was going into this like the reviews for it are horrendous.
Oh, I know.
It's got. I looked on IMDb. Its rating, it's got 3.8 out of 10,
3,
which is horrendous.
Oh, yeah.
Like one of the worst films of all time level horrendous.
It's not.
And it really wasn't. Don't get me wrong. It's not a great film. It's one of them where it's got all the component parts of a film that should work.
Yeah.
It's got the unsettling music. It's got the creepy girls and the masks, and it's got, you know, the policeman who's there. People apparently slagged off Nicolas Cage, but I think this was perhaps pre-weird Nicolas Cage films.
Yeah.
So people were coming out of that era, 2006. Nicolas Cage was still an A-list leading man in Hollywood. You know, it wasn't that long ago that he'd done The Rock, Con Air.
So he's an action star. Really,
He's an action star. Gone in 60 Seconds. All these films, you know, were not that far away. So suddenly we've got Nick Cage, and I think he got a load of stick for like being comical. His acting was comical and over the top, but it really wasn't by comparison to some of the films that we've seen.
Oh God, yeah.
So it was one of them where everything was there, but it just didn't work. It wasn't that unsettling. I didn't feel like creeped out. I wasn't on the edge of my seat. I was a bit, and maybe part of it because I knew the story and I followed it quite closely. But it was just a bit like Nicolas Cage bumbling around his story, trying to find out what's happening. The big reveal at the end, the big twist of the first one is brilliant.
Mm-hmm.
You don't see it coming. It's a horrific ending. This one was almost exactly the same, but it just didn't have that spark.
Yeah.
It wasn't like a gut punch. It was just a bit like, oh, okay, that's a bit shit. Bit of a shit reveal. And then the end wasn't as horrific as the other one. So you're a bit like... It just felt like a very diluted version of the original. And I think you get that with a lot of remakes.
I think you're right there. It's hard, especially a classic like that, because it was perfect for the time.
Yes.
Wasn't it?
Yeah.
And it's quite hard. And I see it went down a different road to try and make it more relevant.
Yeah.
But there's a reason why something worked so well in the time.
Yeah.
And although we're watching it now, we still watch it from the eyes of the time.
Yeah, exactly.
Whereas it's quite hard to mimic that, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
you know what? It wasn't horrendous.
it's not a 3.8.
It's not a 3.8, you know.
I watch a lot of shit horror that are 5s.
Yeah, exactly. And it's not like a B movie. It's not a B movie. The bees. But like, it's you know, it's got a good production value. Like, they've obviously tried to give it a good go. It's just they just missed the mark.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. Maybe a 5 out of 10.
Yeah,
5, 6 out of 10.
And again, a film like that, like you say, the end is such a shock.
Yeah.
Never try and remake something that has such a shock ending.
Exactly.
Because we know the fucking ending.
We
now.
know.
It's like remaking Sixth Sense.
Yeah. And
What's the point?
But I was reading a lot of the reviews on IMDb, and I feel like a lot of them are like American ones, and I feel like it's not to. I don't know. American audiences aren't as subtle
Yeah.
as British ones. So like a British cult classic that they've probably never heard of, they probably hate that as well, the original one. So suddenly they've gone Nick Cage, who's an action star. They've gone in this, a horror film starring Nick Cage, this would be cool. And because it is weird and kooky and a bit weird, they've gone, what the fuck is this? This is boring. This is stupid. So they've probably missed... Don't get me wrong, the nuances and stuff in there aren't as good. Everyone's worse than in the original.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Not a bad one, but I'm glad I've watched it because that's like an iconic Nicolas Cage one. Probably for all the wrong reasons for him. I probably did his career no
Favours.
No favours, because I feel like after that, wasn't long after that, he started dipping into the weird and wonderful and moved away from
Thank
Hollywood.
God.
Yeah, because he got some absolute incredible films. So anyway, moving on from that, the one I watched Saturday night, which has been on my watch list for a while, finally watched Prisoners of the Ghostland.
Okay, so I've not seen this one.
So this is a Shudder one. It's on Shudder, if you've still got Shudder.
I have.
And it is mental. And the trailer looks mental. It came out in 2021, and it's got, like, you watch the trailer for it, you'll see it's weird and wonderful. It's looks like a B movie, but it's set in like a dystopian future. He is like a bank robber, and the governor of the town, it's almost like Wild West. It's a little bit like Fallout.
Okay.
It's sort of like Wild West type era, like Fallout, sort of, desert, post-apocalyptic world. The governor, his daughter, or like, I use that in quotation marks because he runs like brothels and stuff. His favourite one has gone missing, and they release Nicolas Cage from prison, put him in a leather all-in-one like biker suit, which has got like little pink balls on the thing, which like 2 on his neck, 1 on each arm, 1 on each testicle. That if he gets like,
if you step out of line, we're fucking zapping you.
Yeah, so like it sync to your brain or whatever. So you've got 3 days and there's a time limit. If you don't bring her back in time, they'll all blow up and you'll die. If you get, sexually aroused by this girl because she's not to be spoiled, not to be touched by Nicolas Cage, then, like they'll blow off, like the testicle ones will blow up or whatever. If he hurts her or slaps her, then the arm one will blow up. Just to keep him in line.
Oh, yeah, stay in line, Nicolas Cage.
Stay in line, yeah. So he sets off, and then there's the ghost land where there's these weird ghosts in the ghost land in the desert. And then he gets to this other weird big place where there's a giant clock, and there's lots of people with a rope attached to the second hand trying to stop it because they don't want time to move forward because it'll blow up and they'll die or something. And it's just fucking weird. Like, it's weird one of them. And like, you watch the trailer, and even there's like quotes from Nicolas Cage, like the most insane film I've ever done.
Okay.
And, you know, that's a bold statement when you
fucking
think of things like Mandy,
Mandy.
and stuff like that. And this came after that. The way I would describe it would be Mad Max. Mad Max 2, The Road Warrior. Have you seen that one? The second one,
Yes,
where
I
they're
have,
like
yeah.
the truck and the gangs and
Where
stuff.
it gets
and
more Mad Max. than
yeah,
Mad
and
Max
it's like they're all
1,
the weird gangs and stuff, and the bikes and like the weirdness. Imagine Mad Max on LSD.
Sound.
Weird,
Cool.
just weird.
Sound.
I don't know what to make of it. It's one of them because you know it's going to be weird. There was some cool bits in it. Some bits where you're just like, what the fuck? You know, there's one bit where he does find the girl and, you know, she's in the desert. So she's only like not wearing a lot of clothes. She's just got like pants and like a little t-shirt on. He starts getting sexually aroused, doesn't he? And he's like, fuck. He runs back. Too late. Bang.
Bollocks gone.
One of the bollocks blows up, and he's just stood there holding his testicle that's been blown off, and he's like fuck, and then just passes out. You know, that sort of thing.
I'm watching this tonight.
You've got to watch it. It's a
Yeah.
weird, typical. If I said typical Nicolas Cage film,
Yeah,
you know what
a
I'm
typical
you know,
now Nicolas Cage
now
film,
Nicolas
yes.
Cage
Yeah,
film.
yeah.
Absolutely weird. Again, it's another one that's got shocking reviews. It's got like 4.8 on IMDb. It wasn't as good as I was hoping for because I love the weird and wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
There's some cool action sequences at the end. There's just a lot of bits where you're a bit like, it's either not weird enough, where it just becomes a bit flat and a bit boring at times.
Okay.
It's just got some lulls in it. It doesn't keep the insaneness going. You know, like Mandy, it's like weird, full throttle, adrenaline-fueled, crazy action type.
Yeah.
This just dips. It has dips and troughs where it's kind of doesn't hit all the nails on the head. It's not weird. It's not weird enough in a good way to be awesome.
Right. Okay.
It just misses the marks and a few.
Interesting.
I think one of the big problems is it's a Japanese production. It was made in Japan, so a lot of the cast are
Right,
Japanese, but
okay.
they speak in English, and their English is really poor.
Okay.
So it's some of the sequences, like there's one like guy who's like Ratman, who's leader of like the rat people, who are just like scavengers basically, and he's got like they've put like an effect on his voice, so it's a little bit like robotic, but he's got a thick Japanese accent. It's robotic, and I'm like, anytime he spoke, I had no idea what he said. So there'd be whole sequences where you just like, I don't understand what anyone's saying.
Do you think it would have been better if it stayed as a Japanese production, like stayed as a Japanese film?
Maybe yeah, because I don't know. Because sometimes they speak in English, but then other times they'll speak in Japanese.
Right. Okay. All right.
And
okay,
I'm a bit
okay.
like, I don't know. Like, I think that's one of the problems. It was just, it was hard to follow, not because it was intentionally hard to follow. It was almost unintentionally, because it's like, oh, here's a bit where a cast, like Nicolas Cage is having a conversation with someone, but you can't understand half the conversation. So it was that stuff for me let it down.
Right,
I
okay.
love the weird stuff. I
Yeah,
love the
yeah,
action
yeah.
sequences, the fucking his testicle blowing off, weird shit like that. Nicolas Cage being Nicolas Cage.
Yeah.
That's all great. There's just a lot of stuff that could have been better. Like, you know, it's a B movie, post-apocalyptic world. It's not got a lot of money. You don't mind stuff like that, but
Yeah, of course.
yeah, it's still worth a watch though.
Okay. Like I say, I'm going straight to a hotel after this. So
Yeah, so watch that. Some of the
that'll be my night watch.
like some of the posters and stuff, you know, for like the film are just awesome. So it is quite cool.
Wicked.
So that's definitely worth a watch. I'm glad I watched that one. And then finally, the first one I watched, which again has been on my watch list for a while, another 2021 Nicolas Cage
Can I have
film.
a guess?
Go on.
A Colour Out of Space?
No, it's not Colour Out of Space. I've watched that already though.
Okay.
It was Pig.
Oh, I've still not seen Pig.
So Pig.
Oh, I'm excited to hear about this.
So-
I really want to see it.
So Pig is a film. If you watch the trailer, Nicolas Cage he has a truffle pig.
Yep.
Lives in the wilderness.
Yep.
He's got like a big beard. He looks
Yeah,
like
yeah.
he looks like a homeless man. Like this. He looks like a type of person that you would expect that's cut off from civilization, gone to live in the woods with a truffle pig. He just finds truffles. A buyer comes, he gives them truffles, and that's it. Every Thursday he turns up. He gives them the truffles, that's it.
So-
And, he's got long hair, he's quite disheveled, like just literally living in a cabin in the woods. Someone comes in the middle of the night, breaks into his cabin, smashes him over the head with a baseball bat, steals his pig, and disappears.
Not his pig.
His pig, his prized truffle pig. And then
I hope this is just the same as Mandy, but a pig instead of his wife.
So then he goes in rings up the guy who is connection, and then goes into the city. It's set in Oregon, so goes into Ohio, Oregon, Portland. What's that in?
Not a clue.
Anyway, he goes to Portland to go find his pig. So it's all about him trying to find his pig. So from that, what are you expecting from this film?
Because it's Nicolas Cage,
Yep.
I'm expecting it to go full Mandy.
Yep.
Just lots of killing, lots of weird shit, maybe some undead somewhere.
So I watched the trailer and I like that. And for our audiences that don't know have never seen Mandy, which you definitely should.
Yeah.
I was expecting John Wick.
Okay, yeah.
You know that it's very similar. Very similar.
Looks like he can't fight, but actually,
yeah, he's like this
badass.
guy. He's got a mysterious past. Who is this guy that lives in the woods? Oh my god, they've stolen his pig, not like killed his dog or whatever. And then he's
Turns
like,
out he's ex-Navy SEAL or some shit.
and he's got to go in. He's got to do a revenge. It's not that.
All right.
Don't go into this film expecting that.
Okay. Before you go into it, what genre is this film?
Oh, that is a great question. And I think that is a very hard one to define. Having watched the film,
Yeah.
I would say it was a drama.
Okay, a drama. So tell us what happens.
I'm not going to give spoilers away because I would encourage people to watch it. I watched it on Prime. I bought it off Prime because I love Nicolas Cage. I think it was £3. So I was like, fine. I'll buy that.
I spent £3 on a Nicolas Cage skin on Dead by Daylight the other day.
There you go.
So I will also spend £3.
Oh
on
yeah,
Nicolas Cage.
I'd happily do that. I think people went into this because I've seen some of the reviews, and I think people are expecting John Wick or similar, or Mandy.
Yeah.
It's not that. It's quite an emotionally charged film.
Okay.
Nicolas Cage in it, he's fantastic.
To get his real acting chops.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. And it's one of them. I read some of the trivia that he accepted the role because he wanted to prove to people that he's still a great actor, basically.
Yeah.
He's still a trained actor. It's sad. It's heartfelt. It's quite moving. You're uncovering this mystery as he's going on this journey looking for his pig. Like, because he's got a backstory. He is a mysterious guy. You know, suddenly, like, you know, he's not just a nobody. There is a story there. So he starts going through the city and uncovering all this stuff. And I thought it was quite a touching film.
Okay, interesting.
Don't go in expecting her. It's almost the.
Is it hard to say without giving
Yeah,
spoilers?
it's almost the opposite of what like Mandy and John Wick are.
Okay.
It's like because they're all like about revenge and going in and fucking people up, and it's almost the opposite of that.
Okay.
It's like how you deal with that in different ways. It's all about like because of his past and stuff. It's a bit more about healing and forgiveness and love and all the things that your normal revenge film is not about, which is about killing and violence and regret. And I fucking love that was a change. So I love that I went in thinking this is going to be John Wick, this is going to be Mandy, and it wasn't. I was like, this is a touching film about a man
but it's
and his life story.
Because you're clearly pleasantly surprised, which is nice, isn't it? You're expecting something, you don't get it. And the problem is when you're expecting something like Mandy or John Wick, it can be quite hard to get out of that mindset because that's what you want. You go into that wanting that. So when you don't get it and you do get something that's a little bit more, like, say, drama and a little bit more of a story instead of a fight, it's hard to pull yourself towards that. But I guess if it's done well, like it sounds this is.
I think it's done really, really well. Okay. Again, like most of Nicolas Cage film, it's like a little independent film. Obviously, probably not a big budget. Don't need to be because it's a story-driven, character-based film. And it's not boring because there's a mystery and there is some great, like, cool scenes, and you're like, what the fuck's going on? And Nicolas Cage just carries it with that sort of restrained sadness of a man whose life's gone by and he's now living on his own with a pig in the woods. And it's all about how he got there. And, yeah, I really,
Okay.
really enjoyed it. I really want to watch it again, actually.
Yeah. Okay. Well, depending on what time I get to the hotel tonight,
Yeah.
I'll probably give them both a go, or if not, definitely this week.
Yeah, definitely recommended.
Pig's
And-
been on my list for so long.
yeah, same, and I'm so glad I finally watched it because, problem is, like I said, Nicolas Cage. I fucking love Nicolas Cage.
Oh, yeah,
and
yeah.
there's so many films of his to watch, but ticked off 3 big ones there that I was really pleased with. All weird and wonderful in their own way.
Bro.
It's exactly what you expect from, our boy Nick.
Absolutely. Oh God, some ducks come up behind me. That scared the shit out of me. Yeah. So talking about everything you just spoke to me about there. There's a couple of films that I really want to push on you. So hopefully over the next couple of weeks,
Yeah.
I'm going to try and get a couple of films. I'm not going to mention them now because they are definite podcast talkers.
Okay.
To the point where we could probably do an episode on each of these films.
Yeah, nice.
I love them so much.
Right, okay.
None of them have Nicolas Cage in, unfortunately.
Oh, that's a shame.
But both very good casts.
Yeah, cool.
Cool. So that's it. That's what we've been watching this week.
Yeah?
I love it. We've not done this in a while because we don't get the most time to sit and watch films at the minute.
No.
So it's quite nice that we've had the time to sit and watch something, have a little snack, and just again, we've not spoke about what we've watched. It's nice to.
Yeah, nice, isn't it? It's nice. I had a lovely weekend, nice and chilled, and it was nice because I just had the time to just sit and watch films. And I love that.
You bring me a beautiful drama called Pig about a man and his pig and how he got there, and I bring you Sausage Party, Foodtopia.
Yeah. I mean, I also brought you Nicolas Cage getting his testicle blown off. So.
Yeah. That's very true, actually. Yeah. Right, so that's all we've got time for this week. So as per usual, please drop us a follow on the old Facey B and Instagram and all that sort of nonsense. X. If you listen to us on Spotify, please just follow us and leave us a review. 5-star is preferable, but say what you got to say. We're happy with whatever, but it does really help us if you review us.
Oh, yeah.
Gets us in more people's ears. We've had a very good week with listeners this week. We'd like to keep that retention going, wouldn't we?
Absolutely, we would.
And just before we end, so obviously the big day for Ryan is nearly upon us. We're only a month away until little baby Chittenden is here.
Indeed.
So what we're going to be doing is, in a couple of weeks, we're going to be spending a day together and just trying to knock out a few episodes. We're going to try to do 4 or 5 if we can in a day. So if there's anything in particular you'd like to hear, we're going to try and maybe go down a vibe of maybe like versus, us bringing actors or characters to each other and sort
Doing
of fighting
like
them against each other.
celebrity deathmatch type.
Celebrity deathmatch type thing, and make it a bit of a season. So just whilst Ryan's having a bit of time off becoming a father, we will just be able to release these, do a bit of a versus celebrity deathmatch type 4 or 5 weeks. So if there's anything in particular you'd like to see, please get in contact, let us know. Megan will pick them up and tell us, and then we won't do them. But please let us know. We've got a couple of ideas of what we'd like to do, but obviously, if there's anything that you as listeners would like to hear, that's what we're here for. We want to hear what you want. Ryan, any last words of wisdom or anything before we call off?
No, just a reminder that Blidfest on Saturday, and we'll hopefully see lots of your lovely faces.
Get blidding. Peace.